Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, well, let's take a look at the chaos again in the market today. So we'll take a look at Nvidia, AMD, Tesla, together with S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100. But the most important thing is that is the last 30 minutes. Is it a game changer last 30 minutes? Because what happened? We saw a really strong buying come in across many stocks. Like I'm just showing you, for example, Nvidia here real quickly. Look at this amazing buying that came. Let's start off with Nvidia, right? But before that, I also want to let you know, none of this is any financial advice and it's only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion, nothing more than that. Look at this good buying came in, but did it came randomly at a random place? No, right? So let's dig through this stuff, guys. So let's start off with the daily interval. Now, we are, as I said in the post market yesterday, things have flipped for at least near term, and we were around 105 in the morning. Let's get to the hourly interval, actually. That's where everything is. So I mentioned that, guys, as if we lose, and poor thing, Fed Powell, even though he didn't say much that we didn't know about, we knew everything what he said, but market just took that as an opportunity to sell more into as he started speaking. And I was like, man, do we really want them to speak right now? Come on, just go away, right? Anyways, yeah, I think we should just have all of them just not show up in the media, right now. Let the market establish itself, pick up some upstream, and then they can come and talk, right? Anyways, so I mentioned that in the morning, the video that I did is if we start to lose this 104 area on Nvidia, we will test what? $100. We precisely got there, guys. Precisely. I told you, right? So now we are finding a bounce there. And it's coming at an important area that I provided. And that bounce came with definitely a double bottom. And not just that, if you have access to my tools, you would have made money in that bounce as well, and also on the short side for the whole day. Let me show you on Nvidia. For the most of the day, we remained below the cloud. It did try to establish in a bullish structure in the morning, but then things turned to the downside. So if any bullish trade as you started the day here bullish, well, take profits in the extension. We struggled to go through above the cloud. This is where you fully get out. Below the cloud, red, you mean you are fully playing the downside. And through these rebounds, but we are below the cloud, so you can just size down the position because rebound is happening. And there are a lot more other features that right now you're not seeing on my tools. But if you need access to my tools, check out the details in the description of this video. And here you can see we got the next really nice bounce because it came at a very important level as well. When today range was very close to average range, and when that combined with important level, structure turning bullish, we are very close to the end of the day range. A bounce can really pop through. My tools helps you in all of this. Again, check out the details in the description of this video. If you are interested, they can be applied across any interval, any stock, you name it. All right, so what from here? The most important thing. Now we got a bounce at $100. That clearly tells me there are buyers sitting, and that's why that level I provided you. Right? Again, my tools have already marked the significant level behind the blue box. I just have the blue box just to highlight the importance of it. Let me actually just show you real quick. I'll have to go actually to the daily interval so that I can grab and move the box. And you can see there's a significant level automatically marked by my tool at $100 area. All right. So yeah. And that's where we found a bounce, and I just showed you everything, combine the tools together. You don't even have to combine the tools together, just use that one particular one that I just showed you, right? The other one that gives you all the direction you want to trade, gives you everything you need to know for the direction you got to pick, the places you got to enter, the places you got to get out, the places you got to size down, everything, my friends, everything. All right, now, okay, let's get back to the hourly interval. Now, okay, so here's the thing though. That's a intraday, day trade type situation we just talked about. Well, what for the multi-day? Now, we got a good bounce. We came back like a slingshot back to that 105 area. Now, tomorrow on Nvidia, this is the zone. I still think Nvidia will stabilize here eventually, okay? Every bad stuff is being priced in already, okay? anything that, I mean, in just 3 months, I haven't heard of so much of economical declining news day after day, day after day. Oh, it's been a roller coaster, my friend. Anyways, so tomorrow, as if we can get above 104 and 105 area, things may turn around back again, but we need to get above this 105 area, this zone. And then we can start to establish some strength into the day. I'll still suggest for a bullish side, just stay intraday right now. And I don't want to trade bearish Nvidia regardless, just because as I'm showing you a lot of the things, we are still in that zone of strong demands, okay? We are still in the zones of those strong demands. I have mentioned this before as well. For this is from the weekly interval as well. We are in the zones of strong demand. So, and all the bad news is already being priced in, and we are still holding those levels. So I still don't wanna, short this thing. As in for the long term, you can trade intraday short, no problem. But again, do whatever you want to do. I'm just sharing my opinion. All right. So, anyways, this is the zone to watch. 105 above, continue higher will be fine intraday. And then let's see what market gives us tomorrow. Anyhow, if we stay below 105 area, then no, we still are weak in the structure. All right, let's get to AMD. Let's get to the daily interval. First, let's start there. So just like, all other stocks, AMD also got a bounce. Now, yeah, it's a bounce. Is it a good bounce? Well, we'll talk about that in just a second. Let me first adjust something on my one of the tools. And that's the timeline I want to adjust a little bit for AMD, a little bit. Let's go back in the past. I want to load some more levels. And here we go. Look at it. So easy peasy for you. Everything is done for you guys, my friends. All right, get the tools. All right, it will help you. Details are in the description of this video. All right, so now the place where we are, as I said, that as if we lose this zone, well, actually we'll have to get to the hourly interval to explain that. And as I said, which happened yesterday, right, in the post market, this was the zone. As we lose it, we'll test the bottom area down here. 88 is where we came. Now today, the way we have closed, intraday some strength is possible if we can break out above this significant level, 88. All right, 88 and 93 cents. In other words, pretty much $89 zone. Take it as a zone, okay? As if we can get above it tomorrow, stabilize here, you can still look intraday strength. Below this, no. I still think it's said today is a liquidity grab just in this last 30 minutes across the market. We might be, as I'll get to the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 after Tesla, I'll talk about what possibly could be happening here. But we'll see. We'll still have to trade with the technicals, guys, and that it is what with AMD. Okay, so let's get to Tesla. Now, Tesla, on the other hand, though, as I said, if we lose that $246 area, we'll start to slip quite low. We came down to 233, though Tesla is getting bought back up, but Tesla is right now is in a problem. Okay, we do have a confirmed right now lower high. Tesla structure is negative again. That particular when we see this demand hold, we need to see a follow through and a push. But what we are seeing is that unfortunately structure didn't hold. That means the weakness is back again. Structure is broken right now for that trend. Well, if tomorrow we can close somehow close to 252, we'll be back in game for an uptrend. Otherwise, no. Right now, we are on the decline, actually, yes. Let's get to the hourly interval for near-term levels to watch. And that could be, again, like 212 becomes our another area and the target. So Tesla, unfortunately, is not that strong as how Nvidia bounced up and came back up. So is AMD. But Tesla is not that strong. Tesla, even if this, let's say, rebound continues, you are watching this level of 246 and 74 cents. If we stay below it, technically we are not in an uptrend. That will just be a rebound. And unfortunately, we'll still be in the negative lower high structure. So yes, and one other thing you can watch is if we come down and hold 234, you can look for a rebound here. But that will be just a rebound. It's not in an uptrend. Uptrend without breaking further below will only form if we get above 246 and 62 cents. Otherwise, no, right? Now, in the morning, I told you that watch this hourly candle. If it rejects around 252, we going down, guys. And what happened? We rejected that hourly candle at that $252 zone, and thus you can see we just collapsed again. Let me show you my tool here on Tesla as well. Again, guys, if you need access to my tools, you know what? How about I'll just let you get access to them, all right? Yeah, get access to them, plug and play yourself, okay? All right. All right. So Tesla, that's where we are with Tesla. Okay, now let's get to S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100. And I want to provide my opinion of what could be happening. It's a potentially a liquidity grab and a potential formation of a higher low. The way the buying happened in the last 30 minutes, it could be a game changer, guys. It could be a game changer, my friends. So we held that blue box. Now, if we would have, if last 30 minutes of buying would not have happened, because it's just not a buy, it's a buy on a strong volume, increasing volume. That means capitulation, that stop loss is hitting, getting back into the positions, squeezing out the short sellers is what is happening. All right. Now, really strong volume across many stocks. And so coming back here, we do have, look, things, we may see a V-shaped recovery, but in this case, as I said, because tariff clarity is not fully happening, let's get to the weekly interval. And this could be eventually forming a double bottom for us. Eventually, we might even slip this low to grab the liquidity below this candle, the big demand candle. Yes, we can even do that. Right now, I'm not seeing signs of that, but because we still have a gap between 200 weeks moving average and this demand candle. So stop losses are sitting down here, okay? So as if we come down, and that's why we have these double bottoms and all these structures as well. These are just the names, all right? Behind the scenes, it's all about the big game, guys. If you need access, if you want to learn all of that, you gotta check out my Patreon, all right? Check out the details in the description of this video. Now, from here though, let's come back to the daily interval. So what I think, and as if tomorrow I need to see a confirmation of that, as then that confirmation can happen, and that will mark this as a pivot formation, higher low, as if we can tomorrow close around 457. If we can do that tomorrow, my friends, that would be a great way to end this week. We'd still have to, well, no, maybe just tomorrow. We might have a Good Friday day off in the market. I don't know. I'll have to check. We'll see. All right. So, okay, here we are, right? Here we are. Now, yeah, so, okay, yeah, as I said, 457 above, if we can close closer to that, we might be at the end of this whole chaos and collapse that we are having. Now, where is the confirmation for an uptrend play tomorrow, if that's what we want to see? It will be above 449 and 20 cents. If we can get above it, 449 and 20 cents, we will be fine, my friends. Otherwise, no, we'll be still weak on NASDAQ 100. All right, let's get to S&P 500. All right, so again, last 30 minutes of good buying happened. And if this has to become a pivot, we'll have to close closer to 539 tomorrow. Let's get to the hourly interval. And on the intraday, the levels to watch for a proper uptrend to form, that will be above 533 almost area, 532 to 533. If you can do that, that will be better. Otherwise, below that, actually, intraday structure will remain, technically hourly interval structure will remain negative for us, right? So that's that. All right, that's all I had for you guys in this video. And again, if you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe for more details on my tools and other weekly picks that I give to the members, and I talk through whole week. Throughout the whole week, I talk through those items as well with the members. You can check out the details for all of that in the description of this video. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.